Hi, my name's Leah, and basically this is just going to be a quick video to see if I can talk about anxiety and try and help people, and maybe they can help me. Basically, I just want to get across to people that people with anxiety, they are normal, they are unique, they have feelings. I suffer with it every single day, and it's one of the most scary things that I've ever gone through. I've had mine for 6 years now, my anxiety, and every day I get the nausea, the dizziness, the lightheadedness, the weakness. I can't even go out anymore. I can't go to the supermarket, I can't go to the shop, I can't even take my dog for a walk, and that's one of the things that I really, really want to do, and I just can't because obviously my anxiety stops me. Now, you have to be quick with these videos because you only get a 10-minute time limit, so I'm basically just going to have to give you a quick overview. Now basically I want to try and help people, and I'd appreciate it if people try and help me as well. Maybe they know something that they could tell me that could be useful, and maybe I know something that I could tell them that could be very useful for them. But people with anxiety, we've got to try. You never turn anything down, because if you turn it down, that could have been the thing that could have helped. I mean, I've been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, overactive thyroid and anemia. Not a good combination for things. But I've heard of different people being diagnosed with different things, agoraphobia. I had that at one point, I actually thought I was going to die every day, and you just feel absolutely terrible. You do literally feel like you're going to die. Now, the death fear with me, it's not that bad anymore. It used to be really, really, really terrible. And I don't know, to be honest, with anxiety, I never really know how to start or where to start, or how to put it across to people without people looking at me thinking, is she normal? Well, yeah, I am normal, and I am a human being. I've got feelings just like other people with anxiety and panic. I was surprised at the statistics of how many people have actually got anxiety and panic in the world. There's loads and loads, and thousands. But I just want to get across to people that if you talk to other people that have got anxiety, maybe they can help. But sometimes you talk to your family, and they'll talk to you for a couple of minutes or a couple of times or whatever, and then they get fed up hearing it, and then you start thinking, they're getting bored of hearing me and stuff like that, and then that doesn't help then if you think that your family's getting bored of hearing the same thing day in, day out. But people with anxiety, they can't help feeling the same thing every day. They can't help thinking the same thing every day. It's not something we have fun going on about, with symptoms and how we feel every day, and how we're trying to deal with it and stuff like that. We don't have fun doing it. But yeah, it's a really scary thing that happens to people, and they do get anxiety and panic, and it's just, I mean, I once sat there and I'm always thinking, hang on a minute, am I normal? Am I meant to go through this? Is it a task that God's put me through or something? I don't know, where to think of it, but life is a school, and that's that basically. You're here to learn something, but what my purpose is, I'm not sure. But don't worry, I'm not suicidal. No way. I'm scared of dying, so I don't think I'm going to be suicidal. No pun intended. But to be honest, I understand what people with anxiety are going through. I can't go out anymore, as I've just stated. I can't even go out anymore, and some people are like that. They get stuck in, and they can't go out. I mean, I get bored of saying four walls every day, but what can I do? Because I can't go out, because I've got like a voice in my head that's saying things are going to happen, this, that. But with anxiety, it's like your head's split in two. It's like you one part of your brain's saying, oh yeah, you're going to die, you're going to pass out, you're going to fall over, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. And then the other side of your head saying, no, you're not going to die, nothing's going to happen to you, you're perfectly healthy, blah, blah, blah. Now, people with anxiety are actually probably the most healthy people I've ever heard of, because they're always running to doctors, you know, and they're always getting help for things, and, you know, they're always in A&E. And I remember when I was always going in the A&E, you know, and I was taking my cousin with me, and I must have been boring him, but that's what I had to do, you know, because I felt like I needed their help. You know, I felt like I needed to sit in A for hours and hours, being frustrated at the waiting times just to get the help I needed. But in the end, that wasn't the answer. That wasn't the answer at all, you know. But nobody in the world has the secret answer for anxiety, whatever that may be. You know, and I have sat here and I have sometimes tried to think, you know, maybe if I do that, maybe this will help, or if I go back to what set it off in the first place, then that might help. But I ain't seen it help so far. I mean, I first got anxiety when I had my first child in 2007. You know, I went to theatre afterwards and I saw this big bright light above my head, and that's when it started. And my first phobia was dying. Now, the dying thing at the moment, that's not such a big thing. You know, I'm trying to help other people with that at the moment. But I seem to have been able to put it into the back of my head somewhere, and it doesn't bother me that much, because at the end of the day, if you're going to die, you're going to die. What can you actually do about it? You know, you might step out tomorrow and get hit by a bus, or get hit by a car, or you might just drop dead. You know, people do. But what can you actually do about it? It's going to happen whether you're actually in your house or whether you're out your house anyway. So this is what, you know, I'm trying to help people with. And I think that's how I've managed to get the death phobia out of the front of my mind, and I managed to put it in the back. Now, the things that are in the front of my mind is things like, you know, the symptoms I get every day, like the lightheadedness, the dizziness, the weakness. I'm that stupid that I asked a friend the other day, and I said, oh, if I go out, will I fall over and end up paralysed? I mean, how stupid is that? Come on, you know, get a grip. But that is one thing I'm scared of, because my legs are always weak when I go out. I always think I'm going to fall over, I'm going to get paralysed, blah, blah, blah. So then you start rushing back to your house, because that's where you're safe. But I always think to myself, why is that my safety net? I mean, I've been asked to go to a party on Saturday, and I don't think I'll be going, because my anxiety's already saying to me, oh, you're not going, you know, you'll pass out or something will happen. And I mean, that person wants me to go for a drink, but I can't drink that much at the moment due to my anxiety. Plus, I don't drink a lot anyway. You know, I'm not one of them big drinkers that can drink every day and, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, I end up getting, you know, tipsy too easily. And I'm not a big drinker anyway. I'd rather, you know, have a smoke, you know, normal cigarettes. I mean, I don't mean nothing like that. I don't do silly things. But, you know, I've even thought to myself before now, could it be the fact that I smoke that's making my anxiety worse? But some people say, no, don't be silly, no, all that stuff. But you never know what to think. You're constantly looking for answers, and you don't find the answers, and you get so frustrated, and then you just sometimes sit back and you just think, maybe this is just me, maybe this is my life over. But it's not. There is a cure for it somewhere in the world. I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm sure we will together. You know, and if more people had an understanding of what anxiety really was, then maybe, you know, people wouldn't be so cruel when they bully people and they say, oh, you've got anxiety, you're not normal, you're this, that, you're this, that. You're normal, trust me. You're normal, you're unique, you're yourself, you have feelings, you're a human being. You know, and I say this to people all the time. Now, obviously, anxiety is caused by stress. If you can lower your stress, then your anxiety will go down a bit, I think. That's what I've been told anyway. But I can't lower my stress because we're suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. That's what it is. It's stress basically, and I feel stressed 24/7. I mean, I'm even losing my hair now. My hair used to be thicker than this. It really did, and now it's just like, you know, I just hate my hair now. It's just horrible. I've even stopped dieting it. I used to diet every so often, just for a change and things, but I've actually stopped doing that now because I don't want to do anything to me because it's going thinner and thinner by the day. You know, I go in bath and I lose tons of hair. I mean, the other night I went in bath. You probably find this funny. But I went in bath, lost a load of hair. Not a clump, like, I don't mean like that. I mean, just like the hair loss that you lose. And I thought it was quite a staggering amount. I took a picture and I sent it to my mum. And I says, Mum, do you think this is a lot of hair to lose? And she went, no, not really, because she loses hair anyway, because she's got underactive thyroid, you know, things like that. And, you know, that were that. And I'm not panicking about it now, but I was panicking about it at the time. That's just what I mean. You know, you go on Google and you look at symptoms of things and you see something that you've had, like palpitations or dizziness or weakness, and you think, oh dear, I've got that. And you haven't got it at all. You know, in reality, you've not got that at all, you know. I mean, only this morning I was looking at, you know, Google for bone marrow disease, because if you've got overactive thyroid, and it can cause bone marrow disease, and I was looking at things like that. Now I haven't got bone marrow disease at all. You know, it's just that part of my brain trying to tell me that I have, and I haven't. And this is what I'm trying to get through. You know, you probably haven't got half the things you think you've got. You know, it's just your anxiety telling you. But it's a vicious circle, you know, anxiety. And oh yeah, just if you've just seen that animal move, that was my cat. My little Bobby. I've got 2 cats, and they're my babies, you know, and I've got a dog, which obviously, you know, I can't take out for a walk because of my anxiety, but these 2 keep me sane, because obviously, you know, I have to look after her every day, and I can't give up, because if I gave up, who's going to look after these 2? And that's, you know, basically that's what's kept me going. But I think, you know, stress does contribute to anxiety a lot, and maybe we need to lower stress levels, but I can't personally. But I do feel for people that are in the same situation as me, you know, people that can't go out, you know, people that can't even do it. I mean, I can't even go to my dad's or my mum's house. I mean, how silly is that? You know, I panic when I go there. I can't even go to my boyfriend's house, but then he lives about an hour and a half away from me. He wants me to go to his and travel to his in a car, in his car basically, for an hour and a half. I can't do it, because if I'm sat in a car for too long, I'm panicking that I'm going to be sick, and I don't want to be sick in his car. No, I don't want to do things like that. So you start panicking even more, blah blah blah. And I've just had enough for it, you know. And I thought maybe if I did this video, I mean, I don't know how I'm doing this video, I'm probably crap at doing videos, but this is the first time I've ever done one. So like it if you think it's any good. But you know, I just want to try and help people. That's all I want. I want to try and help other people, and maybe other people can help me. I mean, last Christmas and New Year, I had swine flu. Me and my mum both got swine flu at the same time, and it's not a good thing. That made me think I was dying. Oh dear. Oh yes, it did. But you can actually die from swine flu. That's what freaked me and my mum out. You know. I don't know if I've said everything now, because I've had to do this video 3 times, because for some reason it wasn't doing it. It was recording it and everything, but it kept getting stuck. So if this video gets stuck, I don't know why, because it's done it 3 times already. But I'm still going to publish it just to see if I can help people. I mean, the other week I was on Google and trying to look for a solution to anxiety and all this. And I looked at this video, and this bloke was talking, and he was saying what he did when he had it and all that sort of stuff. And then, but the thing is, you've always got to buy something. You've always got to buy their book or their videos or their CDs or something like that. You shouldn't have to buy something to help you with anxiety. Seriously. I mean, I thought about going for hypnotherapist of the week, but I thought no, because you know, I'll be paying 50 odd quid a session to try and help me with this, but why should I pay for something that might not even help, or you know what I mean? You know, why should I pay for something that I need help with, you know, like my anxiety? Why should I pay for something that's not my fault? Why should you, basically, you know? You should be able to, I personally think, like, you know, if you use the NHS, then I think you should be able to get free hypnotherapists. Well, you can, actually, so I've been told, but doctors don't like paying out for it. I'm not supposed to, that's hush. But, you know, if I have helped her in any way, let me know, because maybe I can continue helping. I'm going to give you my email address now, just in case anybody wants it, so maybe I can help, or maybe they can tell me something. My email address is leahandcleo35@hotmail.co.uk. Now that's LEAHN for Nicky, CLEO @hotmail.co.uk. Because most people confuse it with Leah and Cleo, and it's not, it's Leah N Cleo. If you need any advice at all, just drop me an email and I'll get to you as soon as I can. Because I try to check it every day, but sometimes I forget. But I'd like some help from other people as well who are suffering with it. You know, maybe you can help me. You know, maybe you know something that I don't. You know, maybe you've been there, you've had anxiety and you've done it and you've got rid of it and you've cured yourself, or you've learned to control it. Come on, I'd like your advice, people. But I'm running out of things to say now, because obviously this is a video about anxiety and stuff. But I don't know if I've said everything, because I said more in the first video I did than I did in this one, but I can't seem to remember everything I've said. That's another thing anxiety does, and all it makes you, you know, lose your memory a bit. But it's not long term, obviously, it's just the anxiety doing it. But, you know, just remember, just because you've got an anxiety disorder, because it's not an illness. Because one of my friends the other week when I was talking on the phone said that anxiety is an illness. And I said, no, it's not. Anxiety is not an illness, it's a disorder. An illness can be cured. An illness can be, you know, something you can die of, like a serious illness like cancer or something. Don't go thinking you've only just got mentioned it, because you haven't. But I'm just trying to give you an example. You know, an illness is something like that. Whereas anxiety is a disorder. It's a disorder, that's all it is. It's nothing. You're not going to die from it. So don't go thinking just because I mentioned cancer you've got cancer, because you haven't. Because that's what anxiety does too. You know, I could mention something, then you're listening, and then you think, oh yeah, I've got that. Well, you haven't. Don't start thinking that one. That's the worst thing you can ever think. I thought I'd got that ages and ages ago. I thought I'd got cancer, and it was going through my head and through my head and through my head, and you know, I stopped eating through that. I actually thought I'd got cancer, and I stopped eating, and I went really thin, and I felt really ill, and I ended up anemic, which is what I am now. So don't go through that one, for God's sake. Don't even start thinking that one. Not if you can help it. But if you already think it, if you already think you've got cancer, then go to the doctors and get a blood test, a full blood count, and he'll tell you either way. Don't just sit there and suffer in silence. You know, if you think you've got something, go to the doctor, get it checked. It could be absolutely anything. It could be anxiety being stupid with your head, making you think you've got something but you haven't. But if you think you've got something and you really think it in here, go to the doctors and get him to do a blood test or something, because a blood test tells you almost everything. I mean, I've been that silly in the past that I've even got a blood pressure monitor, because I'm always checking my blood pressure due to anxiety. And you know, it might seem funny to people that haven't got anxiety, like, but it's not, and I have to do it every day. But every day I see my blood pressure's fine, but I think, yeah, but I don't feel fine. So that just shows you it's all in here. You know, it's in here. Your body's actually fine. It's your head. It's in your head. You know. And like I said when I started this video, I don't really know how to start these things, and I don't even know how to finish things either. But if you think that I can help you, then I've got you my email. Or if you can help me, email me and I'll email you back. But that's all I'm going to say for now. I will be trying to do more videos later on, because I don't know how I've done with this one yet. If you like it, then just click the like button. But thank you for watching, and like I said, if you need anything, give me a buzz. Thank you.